Good morning, Collegiate Academy. This is Mr. Stewart, who serves as your 7th and 8th grade science teacher. And this week, we'll be going into week 7, which starts on 5/25/2020. And the topic is the history of space exploration. Ashe? Ashe. Now I'm going to share my screen so we can go into our affirmation, our norms, and then begin our lesson. Invictus. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever guides may be for my unconquerable soul. In a fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shades. And yet the menace of the years finds me and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Invictus. Your norms. Please be on time. Frame your camera correctly. Mute yourself when not speaking. Make sure that your camera is on at all times and you're wearing school appropriate clothing. Pay attention. Take notes and stay on task. Ashe? Ashe. The history of space exploration, week 7, which starts on 5/25/2020. Our learning objective is I can write 5 to 7 sentences on the history of space explorations and compare crewed and uncrewed space explorations based on the information provided from my textbook and PowerPoint slides. Ashe? Ashe. The standard is exploring space concepts and crewed explorations, basic knowledge of the various technologies that have made space explorations possible. Also, the basic knowledge of the solar system. Ashe? Ashe. Our mini lesson. Evaluating. After World War II, two countries, the United States and the Soviet Union, competed to show the world who would lead in space explorations. Each side raced to prove its superiority by building rockets that could launch artificial satellites in space. The Soviet Union ignited the space race when it launched Sputnik 1 in October of 1957. The question, do you think competition helped these two superpowers make advances in space exploration? If so, how? And write 3 to 5 sentences. Ashe? Also, you will have another part, which is a part 2 questions towards your evaluation, which is going to be your exit ticket. You are to conduct both of these two and put them on your first assignments. Ashe? Ashe. Now, introduction to space exploration. Society explores space to advance science and research, make economic gains, collaborate with international allies, and to gain military and strategic advantages. So, why do society explore space? Once again, they explore space to advance science and research, make economic gains, collaborate with international allies, and gain military and strategic advantages. Ashe? Ashe. Rockets have been used by military for many years. Rocket technology led to the development of space programs. So, what did rocket technology lead to? The development of space programs. Ashe? Ashe. The U.S. civilian space program is controlled by NASA, which was created in 1958. So, the U.S. space program is controlled by NASA, and it was created when? In 1958. Be sure to take notes. Ashe? Ashe. Crewed space explorations. The first crewed suborbital spacecraft spaceflight took place in 1961. The first private crewed spaceflight was suborbital flight of Spaceship One in 2004. So the first crewed suborbital space took place when? In 1961. Ashe? Ashe. Early milestones in crewed orbital space exploration include the first crewed spaceflight and first spacewalk. Space stations are crewed spacecrafts where humans can live, work, and conduct research in space. Space stations orbit Earth. What type of stations orbit Earth? Space stations. Ashe? Ashe. Lunar space explorations refer to the exploration of the moon. So lunar space exploration refers to what type of explorations? Explorations of the moon. The first crewed lunar landing mission took place when? In 1969. The first crewed lunar landing mission took place in 1969. So we're tackling a little bit of science and a lot of bit of history here. Ashe? Ashe. Uncrewed space explorations. The first satellite launched into space was Sputnik 1 in 1957. Today, there are hundreds of operational satellites in space. Space probes are uncrewed artificial satellites that collect data. The first space probe, Luna 1, was launched in 1959. So what are space probes? They are uncrewed artificial satellites that collect what? Data. Ashe? Ashe. The first satellite was launched when? In 1951. And what was the name of it? Sputnik 1. Ashe? A rover is a mobile vehicle that is used to explore the surface of an extraterrestrial body. Rovers have been used to explore and collect data from the surface of Mars. For your exit ticket, write this down for assignment 1. This is the second part of your evaluation. Remember, on the first mini lesson page, you had your reading text, and I want you to use that same text to answer the second question. So it says in 1975, the two former rivals took the first joint US/Soviet space flight. The question is, do you think teamwork will help humans have a permanent presence in space? If so, why or why not? That's what I'm going to close with in regards to the history of space explorations. I want you to really use your mind to evaluate the concepts of these questions and in order to answer them properly. Ashe, I am looking for 3 to 5 sentences per your exit ticket and your mini lesson. Ashe? Ashe. So with that being said, have a great day on purpose. Mr. Stewart loves you all. Have a great week. Continue to be prosperous during your virtual journey. If you need any help, please reach out to me. Send me an email, send me a text, or what have you. Also, students, please be engaged to complete your student surveys because those are helpful in our pursuit to the following school year in order to get a better understanding of how you feel at Global Leadership Academy Southwest. Ashe? Ashe. That being said, have a great day on purpose. Have a great week.